Welcome back, everyone. Next year, the Millennium Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles will celebrate its landmark 100th anniversary. But Jess recently met up with a time-traveling magician who is taking guests all the way back to the Victorian era.
Finally found you.
Welcome to our theater.
Thank you so much for having us. So I am a big fan of yours. You are a legend in this industry. You're a filmmaker, a producer, a director, but a magician at heart. When did you get into this? How did you get into magic?
Well, when I was a kid growing up in New Jersey, somebody gave me a trick deck of cards and I learned a few tricks, and next thing you know, I was performing for other kids in the neighborhood. I was one of those geeky performer kids, and then eventually started producing a lot of magic, both in television and live, but ultimately wanted to create a really intimate, curated experience that was as much theater as it was magic, and eventually wrote and produced this show, Modern Parlo Magic.
Walk me through the story. So it's set in 1895. You're taking us back in time to the Victorian era. How did you come up with the storyline?
Well, we wanted to tell what we call is an immersive experience based on a true story told through magic and music, and we happened to find a diary that was written in the spring of 1895, and the woman who wrote the diary had hosted a magic show, and she wrote quite extensively about the show she hosted, including some of the magic that was performed in the show. So we wanted to do a modern retelling of what happened at that show in 1895, and that's what Modern Parlo Magic is.
I want to see some of these magic tricks that you can do.
Well, that's going to require us to form a mental connection.
Okay,
so if you're
I think
ready
we can
for
do
that,
this.
well, why don't we go and
right.
I'll show you where we perform.
Let's do it.
So I want to try something right now.
Okay.
Deck of cards, and you can confirm for the audience that all the cards are in fact different. In a moment,
yes,
I'm going to have you choose one of these cards.
Okay. Do I look at the card?
No, because I want you to take your hand,
okay,
and just kind of slowly wave it over the top. It's an opportunity for me to get a sense of both your energy and your muscle movement. Great. That's it. I have an idea about the decision you're going to make. So I've got another deck of cards, in this case, a blue deck, and I'm going to place a card right there.
Okay.
I'm not going to touch it again. Make sure I don't go anywhere near that.
Okay.
Your job now is just to touch the back of any card without looking at it and pull it towards you. Just slide it out of the deck, any card you'd like. That one right there. That right there. Now, just to be clear, you could have chosen any one of these cards, but you chose that one. Are you happy with your choice?
Sure.
Let's see what you chose. You chose the 3 of spades.
Okay.
Interesting, because what I got from you, the energy I got from you when you waved your hand over the deck, go ahead, turn over that card yourself.
Shut
the 3 of spades.
Oh my God.
So let's see if we can form an even deeper connection.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yes.
I want you to think of a date that's really important to you, that's occurred in the last 3 years.
Okay.
Preferably not a birthday that you might, that somebody might think that
okay,
we just guessed, but a date that has some meaning. And while you're doing that, I'm going to hand you a pad. And your job is to write the date, the month, the day, and the year. Wait till I turn away, so there's no way I could know the date you're thinking of. And then you can share it with the audience so they know exactly what's going on. So you write just the month and the date and the year so everyone can see. And you can let me know when you're done.
I hope this was the right date.
We good?
Okay, we're good.
All right, hold it up against your chest, because I'm going to turn back around. I want to make sure there's no way I can see. So now, I'm going to try to form this connection with you. So I'm going to look in your eyes and try to get a sense of your reactions to some questions I might ask. Play as much of a poker face as you like. Don't reveal anything to me, okay?
You've chosen the correct person for that.
I want you to think of first the year.
Okay.
The year, so it could be 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. All right, so I said a couple things there. I notice how her head is shaking a little bit. So I think that was a little bit of a tell. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go with what I think based on that reaction. Now I want you to think of the month. And I want you to think of focus on whether that's the first half of the year or the second half of the year. So already, again, you see how you shook your head? She's kind of, you're going to try to be as poker face as possible, but based on that, I'm thinking this is more of like a fall or winter month. So whether it be, August, September, October, again, you see that, she gives great reactions. Let's try that one more time, like August, September, October. You know what? Okay, hold on. And now the date. First half of the month, second half of the month. First half, second half. 1. Did you see how her eyes opened up like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blinking. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, you gave me a few things. You might be trying to throw me off. I'm not sure, but I feel like we've had a bit of a connection. So for the first time, you can reel for everybody. What's the date you're thinking of?
Can I show them, or?
Sure.
August 14th, 2021.
Interesting. What's the significance of that date?
I had brain surgery.
Oh my gosh. And obviously it went well, and that's why we were able to connect, because the date I got from you happened to be August 14th, 2021.
Stop!
Thank you for that. That was awesome. You want to do one little kicker, or are you good?
David, this was unbelievable. Wow.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And obviously we do that and a heck of a lot more in terms of mentalism and demonstrations. We perform probably the only bullet catch being performed on the West Coast right now, which is in the show. So a lot of fun and interesting and pieces of history. So would love to have you back and see the whole show.
I would love to. Thank you so much. I'm going to slowly walk on out of here before you take everything out of my mind.
All right, thank you, Jess. Now, that's the kind of guy you want to hang out with, mind readers. You can catch the Modern Parlor Magic Show Friday and Saturday nights at downtown LA's Millennium Biltmore Hotel through December 17th.